Hello and welcome to Rage Across the Internet presents Wherever Gaia Takes Us, a World of the Apocalypse Let's Play. Starring
Daniel Tyson as Ricochet,
CJ as Nightfang,
Melissa as Hippolytus Shadow,
Tommy Dixon as Walks with Anubis.
And I'm your storyteller, Porter. You see a short-haired man standing over a falling leaf, a gun in the stargazer's mouth. You barely have time to react. In fact, you would have missed it if you had blinked. In a single flash of lightning, Falling Leaf launches a palm strike to the gunman's elbow, raising the gun from his mouth, his left hand coming down to the forearm, snapping it like a twig. The gun goes off as Falling Leaf rolls away. The scent of blood hits the air as the gun drops. The stargazer sweeps out the leg from under the gunman. A sickening crack is heard as Falling Leaf hammers down on the lower jaw of the man, whose body is slowly shifting to the Krynos form. The older guard grabs the gunman tightly by the throat, and both forms freeze as the fading lightning has wrapped them both in darkness once more. A moment passes. The moon peeking out from the clouds, you can see them again. Two figures are separated. The gunman appears to be in the Hamid form, unbroken arm raised to his shoulder. Falling Leaf wipes the blood from his face, gives a soft nod. Falling Leaf at twilight. Full moon, stargazer. You fight like one, the man winces. Fa-4, glass vodka. This has been a bit of a mistake, no? Perhaps we can try this again? That might be for the best.
Jesus! Oh, okay. Shift up to Hamid. That was fucking close. It's a good thing the old man can move.
I'm still just processing what all just happened, because this is, that was the thing.
Yeah. I need a second to process that. That's an intro.
One of the three unconscious men around the area starts to stir. He sees a lot of you and moves with the start, looking over to Falling Leaf and Far 4. He looks inquisitive, slowly sits up, taking things in.
Well, this explains why you didn't answer my call.
I have been a little busy.
It looks that way.
He shifts up and starts to move toward you. You can see as he gets closer that just a graze at the forehead. A little slower on the roll, it would have been a different story. Clearly the end of Falling Leaf at twilight.
I didn't think you could move like that. Impressive.
He's a stargazer. They all do.
We are warriors.
Aren't we all?
So, anybody gonna actually explain what's going on, or are we just all just gonna stand here awkwardly and still figure out who's all who?
The man on the ground stands. Yeah, I suppose if we're all going to be like that, then. Name's Carter. That's my Alpha 5-4. Who the hell are you guys?
We're with him, pointing to Twilight.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Bit obvious, right?
Edgar, Stargazer Philodox. As he said, we came here with him.
Cassie, Black Fury, Ragabash.
Walks with Anubis, Silent Strider Thurge. You can call me Dante, though.
Yeah, Dante. Yeah, right.
Ricochet. Bonar, Aram.
Ain't that right? Bumnar Ragabash. He extends his fist. It begins a complicated series of bumps for forcing a handshake that you clearly are completely in the fucking dark on.
Oh yeah, just go with the flow on that one.
Carter's scrawny, looks to be in his early 20s. His hair is cut short, like maybe buzzed maybe a month or so ago. What is grown is slicked back as best as it can to try to control the awkward growth. His eyes are large, round, and rich chocolate, but still dwarfed by the size of his ears, which combined with the haircut make him look a little bit like a monkey. He's dressed in a long black 9-inch nails t-shirt and blue jeans, which are worn to hell at the knees.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure, I guess. Shit. Your grandpa can kick some ass.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
So what happened?
Far 4, now in Glabro, to heal the series of wounds that just happened to him. Jesus. steps forward. We just came in a couple of days ago, yeah? It was, dreams that guided us here.
My eyes widened, looking to the rest of these guys. Us too. The dreams. Visions, if you will.
Far 4, a man with beady little dark eyes and matching hair, which is shaved down to a thick black stubble. He has bushy eyebrows and pronounced 5 o'clock shadow. Also looking to be in his mid-20s. He possesses a powerful, wiry build, kind of like a middleweight boxer. He's got a white tank top under a red hoodie and dark blue jeans. Is that right? You too, mademoiselle? He looks to Cassie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been disturbing.
He looks back to Falling Leaf. We were just staking out the area when we came upon your campsite. And your friend here came upon us. Falling Leaf makes a grin. He's clearly proud of himself. You should be a bit more observant from now on.
It's a hell of an introduction you guys had.
So you've been here a couple days. You seen anything so far?
I've seen more than you have in your little life, boy.
Well, I'm sure. Just had a bit of a run-in within the last hour or two. Just curious on what you got.
I've got more self-respect than to take orders from a fucking child.
No orders.
Carter, check on the others. Carter stands, dusting himself off a little bit, and walks to the other 2 unconscious members of his pack around the grounds. The rain's starting to let up, thankfully.
With that, I'm just keeping my mouth shut now.
Yeah, just lean over to Dante for a moment. Should we tell them or Falling Leaf about what you found and the guy we found?
In due time. Remedy this situation first.
I'm
Okay with that?
nodding my head in agreement.
Farfor looks again to Falling Leaf, and then to the rest of you. In the interest of friendship, perhaps you will join us back at our place, no? Falling Leaf looks at a lot of you.
How far away?
Farfor brings his fingers to his eyes in frustration. Is this what we are going to do?
It was a simple question, Mac. You don't need to be disrespectful to my friend.
I do not know who is this Mac. I invite you to my home.
And my friend asked you, how far away was it? All you have to say is, a couple miles that way.
I can think of another few things we could say.
I'm
Not
sure
far,
you
just
can.
over the hill on the other side of the road. Those are a few more.
To grandmother's house we go?
Like I said, we seen things a couple hours ago. I don't know how far away we should stray from that right now.
Carter walks back over to Farfor and whispers something in his ear. The glasswalker nods, reaches into his hoodie. He places the clip in his pistol. Absolutely no. Wait. You see him nod. The other 2 members have been on their feet. They've shifted to Lupus. Farfor takes a few steps back. Another time, old man. The 2 also shift and begin running in the opposite direction. Falling Leaf stands between. He looks at you, looks at the retreating others. He's shaking his head slowly. That could have gone better.
Could have gone a lot worse.
Got a point. What the hell is with the non-local Garu acting like this?
I did attack them.
Fair.
I
But
mean,
you're
they were
defending
sneaking
your
up on you.
territory.
This isn't our territory.
That's true. It's not theirs either, though.
I fear we have made some enemies today. It would do your children well to not be so standoffish, with people trying to extend an olive branch.
I still got a lot to learn, I see.
And he looks to Cassie and then to Ricochet. You 2 have fucked this up for us. If I catch a bullet, I'm blaming you both.
Yeah, with those moves, though, you seem to miss the bullet.
And he points to the cut on his head. I got lucky. He takes a deep breath and sits back down on the ground. His attention drawn to Nightfang. It looks like you have seen something tonight.
You could say that, although Dante got a better look at it than we did. At least than I did.
Hence the howl.
A fierce thunderclap blankets the sky. There was the cave nearby. We should seek shelter there. Continue then.
Yeah.
It's a quick run, as you guys have done the scouting,
Mm-hmm.
to the nearby cave in question. Once safe from the rain and the storm going on, a small fire has been made. Nothing too extravagant, just enough to dry off. And so you were saying?
I was just trying to explain to our newfound friends. There was something out there. Nothing good.
Are you going to explain to me?
I was the one who saw it. These three went after a different threat. I guess they can explain that one better, but I ran into this beast of things. Half lizard, half monkey. It had scales. I don't know, it was feeding on something that a human left. A body. A child. And I tried to be as stealthy as possible, but it noticed my presence. I don't know what this is, I was not fighting it. I turned tail, coming back to the campfire, hoping that it would chase, letting out the howl. And nothing. Did not follow me.
Before the creatures show up, me and Cassie here decided to go and chase down the guy who was leaving the body. I was thinking if, he's leaving a body out here on a hook and everything, this probably isn't the first time. Maybe we could stop it. Clearly, we need to come up with better plans. I've learned that lesson at least.
There was no plan.
Just action. Improper action.
It was quick reacts.
To sum it up, a human drives up, unloads a body, hangs it on a hook in a tree, buries something in the ground, which I dug up, which was bones. And then this thing, as these three chased after the man, came out of the woods to eat it.
So the person was feeding the creature?
Correct.
Seems so.
And there was a hook in the tree?
Correct. I can take you back to it.
Yeah, which means it was not the first time. I did not get to go into town.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
I figured you were waiting for us to come back anyway.
Yeah, there wasn't much here to guard, but
you definitely got busy.
I should not have attacked.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah,
And you were the only one here.
I knew they were doing recon, checking the area, much like we were. Much like you were. I should not have struck at them.
And we all learned a lesson today. There is more. We did more scouting to the north. If anybody wants to fill in on that.
Found a trail that seemed to have been walked a lot. A lot of people carrying a lot of scented candles. It was not pleasant to just even be in that area. Who knows how long ago they were there, but seemed like a big procession, maybe?
It was a search party looking for a little girl.
Probably related.
Ricochet nods.
And what happened here? Falling Leaf pointing to the remnants, I guess, of Nightfang's wounds.
Well,
Swift
thought,
medical.
Swift medical after thinking to stop the guy who left the body. He clearly was able to defend himself more than I expected. And me and Dante got some good bonding experience, I would say, if you'd want to call it that.
Had to dig out the bullets that he took.
Yeah.
And this man shot a child in the middle of the night?
Well, he shot Nightfang.
He shifted to Glabro.
Was thinking the rain and just going as fast as possible in the night might be able to keep him from getting a good look at anything. Yeah, that's an issue now that I'm thinking about it.
So you guys care to explain how your interaction went down? Looking at you, Cassie.
It was about 11% of a plan. Ish. I pulled in front of the vehicle, hoping the vehicle would stop. The vehicle did not stop. And Nightwing went for the door, and that's when he leveled a gun at Nightfang.
Tackle her out of the way. The car got away.
We did get the plate.
And his scent.
Things are certainly getting complicated.
Quickly.
Yeah, there's now 3 issues to deal with.
4.
We have another?
The visions, the human, this new creature,
The
pack.
visions.
and now this pack of Garu that may come to murder us in our sleep. Thanks to your hospitality. Perhaps we should rest for tonight. Look at things tomorrow. Perhaps go back to the site of the creature then.
Something with more daylight for sure. If this lets up all the way.
I will take the first shift. The rest of you get some rest.
Settled.
I will shift Lupus, find myself a nice corner, and go to sleep.
Following suit.
Do the same. Try to stick somewhere near the fire where it's still warm.
Cassie?
Going to sleep. And Lupus.
Okay. No, it's a fair question. You could have stayed up and wanted to talk to Falling Leaf. You could have took a walk or peed on Ricochet. I don't know, whatever.
After a couple hours, I'm going to shift back up to Hamid and offer Twilight some sleep. Take a shift.
Alright, yeah. Take over after a couple hours. Before you wake?
Okay.
Question mark?
Question mark?
Period?
No, never mind. Fuck you. You didn't get the roll.
All right.
Okay. Cassie and Dante, you are again visited by the dream. A mass fire, the silhouette of a woman, a scream.
Same dream. Nothing different.
It seems like it's closer. The images are larger. As if you had zoomed in on a JPEG. It's a weird metaphor.
I know what you meant, though.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Specifically the fire, the silhouette, the scream.
The scream wake me up.
It does. Your shift was completely uneventful. And it is, it seems to be fairly early in the morning. The rain has stopped. There's a cool, a little bit of a cool air. It's a bit humid.
Trot out of the
Early
cave.
summer and all.
Stretch. And trot out of the cave. Get some fresh air.
Oh.
Still in Lupus.
Things are peaceful.
I'll take over from Ricochet. I won't be able to sleep after that dream, so yeah.
Alright, that's 3 of you awake. Night Fang?
Yeah, eventually coming to wake. Probably very slow to wake up after those nights of the dream over and over. And finally actually being able to sleep.
On the upside, you feel pretty good. You know, not like you've been shot 6 times.
Yeah.
Only 3.
It's obviously you are healed.
I was about to say, heal the rest of your wounds.
Yeah, if you haven't already, that's the thing of the past.
Yeah.
That said, Cassie, Dante, and Ricochet, for some reason, all get a willpower.
Cool.
Thank you. ST.
Don't thank me. You thank the dices.
Thank you, Dice.
Except for you, CJ. You'd be pissed at that 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna trot down to the stream to get a drink of water.
Okay.
Trying to clear my head.
I mean, obviously, woods are very peaceful. There's nothing here to worry about, so you did.
Letting you know, venturing out of the area.
No, perfect. You know, you can hear the chirping of birds, some squirrels fucking off over in the distance. You know, usual wilderness fare.
I may try to hunt those squirrels.
Yeah. Before you do, as you take a drink, you can see part of the civilization below. You can hear some traffic, and, you know, occasional honking of a horn, a slight whiff of exhaust hits your nostrils. There's definitely civilization right around the corner.
Never get used to this.
Just going to sit. Still in Lupus. Not really sulking, but close. Just irritated at the decision I made.
When I do eventually get up, do I see Falling Leaf anywhere nearby?
No, but you do see Ricochet sulking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last night could have gone better on all of our parts.
Every
We'll
bit.
do better.
That's right, interact, motherfuckers. You gotta talk to each other.
At least you didn't get shot.
Yeah, you're right there. At least I didn't get shot. Not yet, at least.
Oh yeah, I do not recommend it. Not fun.
I stretch out of my lupus form into my Hamed form and just look around at these guys and not understanding for 1 second why Ricochet is sulking. Why are you sulking?
There we go.
Well, we made enemies instead of friends last night because of the stupid words I've used.
What? You asked which direction. That's not an insult. If you had said, "Hey, motherfucker, where's your place?" that could be considered an insult. If you had said something about his mother, that might have been considered an insult. You asked which direction. And in turn, he insulted you.
I think it was more
And since you weren't going to stand up for yourself, I did it for you.
I think it was more of how I said it, not what I said.
No, you exactly said which direction. Where are we going? That's a reasonable question. Eh?
I mean, we've already trusted one strange old man to take us somewhere in his car, so I don't know how this would be a difference, but yeah, no, I gotta agree with Cassie here.
And not to mention, these are the same guys, regardless of how the situation arrived, had the gun in our leader, quote unquote, mouth. They were going to kill him. And we're like, do, we're just going to go with them? I don't think so. I wouldn't have asked that question if you hadn't. So please, stop. You did the right thing.
We shall see.
Cassie, sorry, I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm just going to go for a walk at this point.
Where are you headed, Cassie?
Just away. Just out of the cave, straight forward. Just to kind of just to go, say maybe a few steps forward, just to get some air.
Okay. I'm just going to say
still within viewing of the cave.
I can't. Okay. All right. That is going to take you sort of near the cabins around that lake from last night. It's pretty peaceful. You got to figure it's maybe like 7 or 8 in the morning by the look of things. It's it's pretty peaceful. You can see there's a boat, between the cabins. You can see like there's a boat out on the lake. Somebody's fishing. Various docks, of course, by those cabins, to the lake. It's quiet. Peaceful stuff. Let's go back to Dante.
Trying to catch breakfast. You pivoted before I could catch breakfast.
It's true. Your wits primal urge?
No breakfast for me.
No?
No breakfast.
All right. You're bad at it, but you're learning.
I am learning.
You didn't have the right hat for the hunt.
In lupus?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you hunt in Wabbit, and you don't know how to do it yet. So the lack of the hat is throwing you off, but you'll get there.
That's a bad set of 5 dice. I'm going to change that out. No botch, though. Just no successes.
Ricochet, Night Fang?
I'm going to get up and go look for food.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Who knows? Maybe we'll find Falling Leaf out there doing the same.
All right. Where are you two going?
See that map?
You can see that map.
Don't touch his maps.
No, this is the match for you guys. It's the same one, so...
Just in the middle of the woods to the west.
Okay.
Yeah. We can find any streams or something. Maybe we'll catch something. Get an early morning drink. Be a little easier to probably grab them.
From your exploration last night, you do know where that stream is going downhill. It's the same one that Dante just came from. And then there is the lake over by where Cassie currently is, near those cabins. I mean, it's way the fuck far away at that point. Way the fuck far. That's relative. But the site over at Camp Anawana, where the search party started last night, you guys saw little sources of swimming pool and shit like that. So you definitely have your options about you.
I vote we go the way Dante just came from. It'd give us a better chance of avoiding people.
Agreed.
I mean, I haven't made my way back. I'm still trying to hunt.
Yeah, well, so the two of you are going together. To be clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Hamid, Lupus, how's that happening?
Lupus.
Lucas.
Okay. The two of you make your way toward that stream near the hill from last night, southeast, and you catch the scent. You catch Date's scent, though it wasn't overtly necessary. You can hear him clomping through the woods at high speed. The skittering of a rabbit. He's clearly giving chase. You can hear him awkwardly stomp through the woods.
Never said I was good at this.
He streaks past in front of you, being slightly distracted by your sudden appearance to him. He narrowly avoids crashing into a tree.
I didn't botch. Or I would have crashed into the tree.
That was a really good roll. I wanted to make that a memorable little moment.
That's good.
So, Dante, how's the hunting going?
Amazingly well.
Is that what you call it? Okay.
I see you got enough for all of us, huh?
I growl and keep going.
Pivoting toward Cassie. What you up to, Cassie?
How far away are the cabins? And what time of day? Like, how early is it in the morning? I mean, I see one person fishing, but...
Well, again, it's still about 7, maybe 8 in the morning is your estimate. I mean, I guess unless you're wearing a watch, because it's the 90s and maybe you're wearing a watch. In which case, it's fucking 7:30. People did wear watches. It's possible.
Yeah. Is there, like, in amongst those cabins, like a general store?
No. This is, I remember this is the ring of cabins on the opposite side of the island from the day camp, the Camp Anawana.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the rental spots. So it's just these cabins, making that ring around that lake. I remember there was the one that had the lights on last night.
The adult cabin.
Yep. Yeah, the adult cabin. There you go.
The only thing that's close to it would be the visitor center.
Yep.
Just off to the side.
And then, of course, the roads that
And
would
then the
lead
roads,
into town, but that's the other side of your campsite. We're going to say in Hamid, we're going to call it maybe a 15-minute walk from where your campsite is, the cabins.
Mile an hour.
Okay. I'm going to 15-minute walk.
Yeah, through the woods, yeah.
In
10,
Hamid?
15 minutes. In Hamid, it depends on pace. But we're estimating here. This isn't... Look, this is a brood of films. This is not, all right? Let's just estimate here.
Not pulling out our tape measure on his map and going, that's about this many miles.
That's never going to happen.
I'm just saying 20
I'm going
minutes.
to walk towards the cabins
Excellent.
and see what I can scrounge. Because God knows these people can't feed themselves. So I'm going to see what I can scrounge, see if anybody is like awake in any of the cabins, and then if I have to, break in.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see what is going to happen next. You start making your way around, and it's, you don't have to get far. You can see the cabins around the lake. You approach up the side of one, giving you a better look at the lake itself. It's decently sized, all things considered. get a few boats there. It looks to be there's about 12 cabins all told around. They're decently set apart, not too close, not too far. So if something were to happen, the neighbors would probably be alerted, but it would have to be a loud happening.
Okay.
You know, a domestic argument probably, provided it was inside, probably wouldn't be noticed. But, you know, outside in lakes and sound carries. As you start coming up, you notice that the cabins tend to have a little dock, little deck into a dock out in the backyard of each one. You know, for fishing or running the boats or, you know, generally playing in the water, you know, all that shit. As you make your way to the side, you can see the cabin on your right. There is a woman sitting out at the dock, her feet dangling in the water. Her back is currently to you. But that and then the little fishing boat out there seems to be all that's going on.
Is there an entrance into that cabin? Like, this is like the back of it? Is there like a front door entrance?
Well, now I just want to say no.
Or a window?
I mean...
You know, another way to get past her.
Well, you don't have to go up to her. Right now you are, you know, at the side, in between the two cabins. In between.
Okay.
You know. So you got the front doors of both of those buildings. You got side windows. You've got the back doors, like the back decks. You know, you have plenty of options. Hell, you've got a whole lake around. You could avoid this woman entirely if you wanted to.
Okay. I will avoid her then.
Okay.
I'll move on to the next cabin.
All right. You start to work your way around. Let's go. And let's pivot back to the trio. What are the Three Stooges doing?
Is that what we're calling us now?
Well, for the moment.
I'm doing much better now.
Well, what is that much better you're doing?
Oh, I was still hunting.
Okay. You got to tell us.
I'm sorry. Well, when I angrily told these guys it's going swimmingly and kept chasing after the animal.
Okay.
And then I just re-rolled my roll and got all successes.
All right.
It's 3, but yeah.
Yeah, shirking off that little exchange, you go back after the rabbit, and actually within not more than a minute or so, you actually manage to catch it. Your jaws sinking into its flesh. Yum.
Lepics. So what's for dinner?
Boom, boom. Now it's sale in the Storyteller's Vault.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Just going for water. I'm not that hungry.
All right.
Yeah. While he was stomping around originally, going to try going off, sticking nearby to see if maybe I could snatch up whatever he might scare away from him.
That's funny.
It is funny. Also smart.
Right. Let's give me a wits primal urge.
Okay.
Oof.
3 successes.
Okay. Interestingly, it seems that a pretty sizable rabbit had formed some brain damage, and the sounds of Dante clomping around the woods made it dumber. And it ran almost directly into your mouth based on these rolls.
Oh my god.
It said, neat, a cave. And you have breakfast.
It's totally a left fix.
Some straight Looney Tunes shit right there.
For Gaia's will.
Bon appetit.
And I'll happily trot back to the campsite with my kill in my mouth.
Excellent.
Yeah, picture that. I'm trotting back.
Oh my god.
My fangs is bigger.
I catch eye of it and I glare at him. And my trot is now just a walk.
Ricochet, you return to camp?
Yeah, just wanted the water and return to camp. I'm not hungry.
All right. We're going to come back to you three jokers in a second. Cassie, you change your trajectory to avoid the person. And your view of things gets, obviously, better as you are closer to... That's how things work. When you change position, you see other things. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Just so you know. For life. Don't look at me like that. You can see it's a few docks down. Falling Leaf at Twilight. He is sitting at the end of a dock. It's, let's say, 3 or 4 down from where the woman is. He's fishing.
Okay. I'm going to leave him be for now.
Okay.
I'm going to check one of these cabins.
Okay. What are we doing? We like you looking in windows, you going for a back deck, a front port? Like, give me some flavor here.
I'm going to check a window. See if there are people moving about.
Okay. That is... give me a perception roll.
Just perception?
Perception alertness. Your standard guy.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Okay. Yeah, you walk to the nearest cabin, getting a peek in the window. It looks to be uninhabited. There's a sheets covering the furniture. Looks like the living room of said cabin. Spacious, there's a little fireplace. You know, it's got the second floor, but not the full second floor, where like there's the little deck there. You know what I'm talking? Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like there's no one here.
Okay, I'm looking for an inhabited one, so I'll just keep moving around until I find one.
Okay. Hey, Tom.
Yo!
Odds or evens?
Odds. Score. I could tell in his reaction I got it right.
Or wrong.
Or wrong.
I don't know whose side you're on here.
I don't know. It's your brain. So it was right. It was good for you, Cassie.
Yes, it was. This was the good for Cassie outcome. All right, you keep your way around. It's you were going counterclockwise at this point. Again, okay. away from Falling Leaf at Twilight, and the blonde girl, who again was 2 cabins to the left of Falling Leaf at Twilight. Mm-hmm. Those of us keeping score. Again, you're checking windows, and thus far there's been nothing. However, as you are checking the windows of this current one, a burgundy station wagon pulls up into the driveway.
Okay. I'm going to stay hidden.
You were already not hidden. So you were already not hidden. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to hide.
Okay.
As they pull up, I'll see how they unpack their stuff. Like, if they bring in, like, food supplies first, then, like, I'll plan things as they do it. Sometimes they'll bring in their belongings first. If they bring in a cooler second, then I'll go hit the cooler.
Okay. The car pulls up. Any odds or evens?
Even.
They did not see you.
Excellent.
This looks to be standard family of 4. Balding father with a bright green button-up shirt and, crazy party guy Hawaiian-style shorts.
Oh, boy.
Clearly on vacation.
Yes. They've got their stuff on top of the rack of the station wagon, A couple kids pile out, a boy and girl. A pair of redheads. Mom's out here, too. They're stretching. Yay, yay. Can we get s'mores? All the usual stuff. They, go to unlock the cabin. Start, de-sheeting the place, all that nonsense. It's, a long and boring process is the thing.
So as they're de-sheeting, that's when I'm going to go for, like, bread, like staples. Bread, peanut butter, that sort of stuff.
Well, where are you looking for?
In their car.
Okay. Just give me a second here. The hell do I want that roll to be? Dex larceny.
I do have larceny.
She's excited.
You made that a song.
New sound bit for the board.
Crescendo!
Larceny!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
Ah.
I told you I was B&E.
6 successes on a larceny roll.
Yes.
That is
8,
redonkulous.
9, 7, 9, 9, 6.
Your sheets, I'll take this loser
How much
sheet.
larceny you got? Wow.
3.
Wow.
She's the larcenist.
She is the larcenist.
I told you I was a B&E specialist.
Now, is that a business casual larcenist? That becomes a question. Zing.
He'll enjoy that.
It's true. We're going to have to leave that in now.
Yeah, now I gotta leave it in.
All right. Well, that's impressive. You checked through the car. There was no evidence of food, save there's a couple Twinkies in the back seat.
Really? Not even a cooler?
Not even a cooler.
These people pack bad.
Or they're just going to go to the store later.
I'll grab the Twinkies. It's really embarrassing.
You got Twinkies. Look.
Really embarrassing.
No one else caught anything with cream filling.
Could have been a male rabbit.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll grab whatever snacks they had in the car and then just, like, book it.
So you grabbed the snacks and what was that? Cassie, I apologize.
I book it.
All right. And you did so impressively enough in time without being seen, and I did not expect that to happen. So way to beat the system. You're going back to camp?
I will return.
That's
to
a
camp.
question. Yeah, that wasn't a You're going back to camp. I'm asking.
Yes, no, I am definitely going back to camp.
You go help him fish. Well, yeah, you chose camp.
I'm already on his bad side.
You do cross paths on the way. Good morning. Quite the holiday you have there.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased.
He's got like 5 fish. So am
Okay.
I.
Yeah, yours is way more impressive.
Perhaps not as tasty, though.
We can trade.
Well, I did intend on sharing. So,
I'm back at camp starting to skin the rabbit.
okay. Bougie.
I want to cook it.
Okay.
I want more rabbit stew. That was good.
Knifing.
Gotta practice to get better, so trying to imitate Dante as best I can when it comes to the skinning.
Spoken like a regular Samuel Hyatt.
You almost bit your tongue on that.
I did almost burn my tongue on that. Time passes, and the lot of you have all reunited at the campsite. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Alrighty. Falling Leaf going to work cleaning the fish. After we eat, perhaps we should return to the site.
Oh, yeah.
I offer to help clean the fish for Twilight.
And, yeah, sure. He hooks you up. You get to help. Congratulations.
Everyone else caught their own food. I did not. So, not planning on having any, but I can at least offer to help.
Should have asked Cassie.
Yeah. She managed to catch some Twinkies.
Right?
How do you do that?
Quite a hunt.
Much better hunt than mine.
I'll tell you what, all my years I have never found a Twinkie out in the wild, so just fucking got one on me already. What happened?
Hunting party.
So breakfast happens.
Yes.
Yum.
It has been a long time since my pack has formed. I know it can be difficult finding your way, getting your rhythm down to begin with. But it is important to not take each other for granted. You must get to know each other to find how you work, both as individuals and as a unit.
Some words of wisdom. Thank you.
If we are going to figure out how we work together, at least as a unit, maybe we should plan ahead in case we run into those assholes from last night.
Step 1. Don't chase. Instantly. Sorry.
Yeah, just nodding silently. You don't have to remind me just yet.
This, to be fair, is my first pack, so...
Yes, I understand this is all... You're all fresh off your right.
Correct.
You have much to learn.
Showed last night, yes.
Say that again.
So you will find many are rather temperamental. It is best to not give orders to those above you.
Questions and orders? Are those like the same thing? I mean, it was a simple question.
It wasn't aggressive in tone. However, you forget that Ricochet, yes?
Yes.
Also demanded to know what they had been up to, was, I believe, what you said?
That's close.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah. Probably wasn't a good place to start that conversation with.
Exactly. Especially in the wake of an assault. I did attack them first.
We didn't really have that information, though. It looked to us like they attacked you first.
You were outnumbered. But clearly...
Not when you got there.
Still impressive.
I have seen a few fights in my day.
Your tattoos prove that.
I do worry about them. However...
You and I both. That Bonar seemed to be pretty ecstatic to see one of his own. Probably doesn't get out very much with that group.
I could not say. Just be wary.
I'm just saying it's not a bad thing to have allies, but it's definitely not a good thing to have enemies.
I mean, yeah, there are enemies right now, but I mean, really, we were a little rude. What are they really going to do because of that? I mean, they were the ones sneaking around and you took the initiative. I don't think they would have not done the same if they found you first.
These type of things can always be tricky.
Oh, I'm sure Rage can throw judgment off very easily.
It has been pointed out it is better to have allies than enemies, but for now, just make sure to be careful. I plan to go into town today, as last night was perhaps not ideal.
So we check out the site. You go scouting in town.
We could meet back here in the afternoon.
Sounds good.
To Ukraku or so. Perhaps we can find lunch.
I'll probably be hungry by then.
Be careful. Watch your backs.
Eyes and ears open.
So he's going to town while we check the site?
Mm-hmm.
He's not coming with us to the site?
No.
Okay.
I'm not giving you an NPC chaperone.
That is fair.
Yeah. Maybe some fresh eyes and a lack of rain will help us figure something out.
No NPC elder bodyguard. All right.
Let us walk.
Okay. Going back to the site from last night.
Correct.
Okay.
Best of luck, Twilight.
You as you will. I'm get used to his voice. He's going to sound less like Master Splinter.
I kind of like it.
We'll see. I'm leaning into it for now.
It's fine. I like it.
Sometimes these take time. Anyway.
I would like to follow the same path I took back. See if I can catch a scent of it.
Okay. I like that.
I'm sure we'll come up on some bloody grass that has Night Fang's blood.
Well, the rains have done their part to wash a lot of shit away.
That's true.
But it's not too hard, considering the distance and really simplicity of direction at that point. It's really not hard to get back to where you guys were last night. Cassie, I haven't heard much out of you lately. You all right over there?
Yeah.
All right. Just don't forget, we got the,
Oh, no. I am just waiting for something to respond to.
Ouch.
There's been a lot of
No.
that.
Damn. Okay.
Show don't tell, girl.
Well, you got to tell now, because we can't show.
As in showing is telling, but yes.
Well, sharing is caring, so fuck off.
All right.
Tell everyone what you're sharing.
Who's sharing?
Sharing.
She back at the Karen?
Yes, she's with Karen.
God.
Perfect.
That was awesome.
That was great. All right, it is in the morning, and that's important. Okay, you find yourself at the location from last night. You guys want to give me perception rolls? And again, that is perception alertness, standard diff.
Okay.
Three.
2.
2.
Okay. You can see some claw marks, in the vicinity. It's not in the trees, but alongside of the trees. Part like roots and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
There's one in some rock, which is encouraging. It's a follow. You can't get a scent, but it's a followable trail.
And we're at the hook right now.
You're at the hook.
Look up that tree, because that's where it came down.
All right. I'm going to keep that 3 going. And again, you can see, deeper claw marks, obviously, weight distribution. It certainly did. But again, you can see evidence of it on the ground around the area as well. A few, we use the word scales, for lack of a better term, that seem to have shed. There's not much left in terms of remnants. You can see bones. They're picked clean. Obviously, you can see some teeth and some claw marks in those as well. Some of them broken, the marrow sucked from them. But it cleaned its plate, most assuredly.
I want to pick up one of those scales, smell it, try and pick up a scent.
It's oddly fragile. As you pick it up, it crumbles a little bit. You ease off the pressure, obviously, as you touch it. You can't. You're not really getting anything off of it. It's like almost like a snake skin, like it's a shedding. Like it's a shedding. Mm-hmm. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a smell of the worm?
I can answer already no. My fang didn't go off at all.
You didn't activate it.
When it happened, it did.
Well, when it happened, yeah, that's true. But she didn't ask that audibly. She's asking the storyteller. So, huh? Are you using?
Toad. Technically, Cassie's asking, does it smell of the worm?
Oh.
Because I can smell. I can sense worm.
Mistook that and apologize. I take that back. She didn't ask me. She asked you, Danny. What the fuck? Ricochet?
Well, she said she had sense worm, so.
So are you using sense worm?
Well, if he doesn't respond, then yes, I will.
I activated the fetish. The fang never turned green. Even when we were around this area and hadn't seen it yet. Never even got close. So I don't think this is even of the worm.
Yeah, but I think we can all agree that it's not natural either.
Well, that's very clear.
100%.
This could just be a wild problem.
Could be. Dante, how fast did it show up after we bolted? Because maybe it wasn't in the area for the thing to pick up.
It was there within at least a minute.
So it was waiting.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm looking up in the tree. Trying to see if it was nesting.
You knew the roll for a second look, but...
No, I'll do the roll. That's the whole reason I was looking at the tree, to see if you were going to give me anything on nesting.
Yeah, no, if you want to do a second roll, you can. But as of what you got...
Now I'm rolling for nesting.
Okay.
4.
Ain't nothing up there.
Okay.
So I knew it was coming.
Yeah, this is a fairly regular thing. If the hook and the fact that it was here that quickly...
Yeah, it's a
regular
routine.
offerings.
It's a routine.
Mm-hmm. They're giving it regular offerings. Keep its appetite down so it doesn't attack town is what I'm getting at.
You think that's the scented candles?
Mm-hmm.
It knows those candles? It knows it's feeding time?
I mean, that's a
No, the scented
completely opposite
candles
direction.
were whatever anyone could find to search for this girl.
And also nowhere near the location.
Right.
Like, nowhere near.
I still don't think it was a search party. I think it's still more of a vigil.
Now, here's the question. Do we want to follow the claw mark trail? If this thing isn't worm, should we deal with it?
It's a threat to humanity. I don't see why not.
Yeah, it has to be taken care of.
I'm right up there with you. I'm just voicing it for, might as well get it out there.
I mean, if they're going to feed it, we can't have them feeding humans.
Children at that.
Even worse, yeah.
Do we want to try coming up with a plan beforehand, or just see how far we can get before...
Well, if we run into it, kill it. There's your plan. Or try to find its nest and kill it. This thing needs to be dealt with.
I think the claw marks is the only lead we have right now, so...
I think we need to follow it.
Well, that seems pretty unanimous then.
Alright.
Yeah. Who's taking the lead? I'm not. Last time I ran off to go possibly kill something...
You almost died. Anubis has its scent. I think it's on you. Follow you.
I'm not the best tracker, as you could see from earlier, but I will try.
Yeah. Do another round of rolls.
This time shift to lupus.
Same.
Good deal.
The perception alertness roll?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shifting to lupus as well.
I want, before you give results, I want 2 sets of results. One assuming a D6, one assuming a D8.
Okay.
I'll just take the 6 was first, and then know that it's going to be D8.
Yeah.
Oh.
3 for 6. And before I roll, I'll give everyone else their answers.
Yeah. 4 for 6.
And
4 for 6, 3 for
scent,
8.
It would have been all of them. For scent, it would have been for 6. Yeah, it would have been all of them for scent.
I had 5 for 6.
I'm more interested in the 8s at this point. You guys got
And
the
I had
6s.
3 for 8.
Get the 6s in. Okay. So for 8s.
2 for 8 for me off that first roll.
4.
I didn't.
What was your outcome on the 8, Mel? Diff 8?
4.
On the diff 8? Wow.
God damn,
Yeah.
you guys. Okay.
I have amazing dice.
You fucking got yourselves a party.
That's ghost kind of rolls.
It's some impressive shit. So, okay. You follow the tracks. It's a little bit northeast of the drop-off location. You find with ease, obviously. I was going to say a little bit of a cave entrance, which is quite well hidden, but clearly not that quite well. Sees all of you fucking found it. It's
High fives all around, guys.
Yeah, good job, you guys. The area is it is decently covered. Clearly, you guys were clever enough to have found it, but it's a smaller opening than you would maybe expect. You can fit in Hamid, you can fit in Lupus, but you're not going to get anything larger than Hamid. It is tight spacing, but clearly where this thing came from.
And use my staff, stick the tip in, and look in. And activate my fetish.
Just the tip?
Well, yeah, that's where it produces its light.
Okay.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Okay.
It is activated. Now do I perception roll?
I'll just let you see. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cave.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see if it gets bigger as you get in.
Well, you can't, if it does, you can't tell yet.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's pretty narrow. So I think it's a logical assumption based on the size of this thing. You know, like, it's not large enough for it to sleep in there if the cave does not get larger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you do have a bit of a crawl.
How big did you say this thing was?
Your size and his will.
Does this thing shrink down?
Or it might get bigger outside of further in the cave.
It is reptilian-like with these scales, which means it can squeeze.
Do we see any more of these scales on the ground around this opening of the cave?
No.
Who wants to go in first?
And that'll do it for now. Make sure to tune in 2 weeks for the next chapter of Wherever Gaia Takes Us, and next week for the regular episode of Rage Across the Internet. If you like what we do, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, and you can always jump onto our Ko-Fi to give us a little support that, oh, trust me, we desperately need. You can find that at ko-fi/Rage Across the Internet, and you can find us here, the same place you found us last week. So be sure to tune in and have some fun with us. You take it easy.